Morning, guys. So a couple buddies asked me to go on their boat today. 5 in the morning. I'm excited. It's hopefully gonna produce some good grouper today, whatever it is, but it's gonna be a fun day out on the water. So in the South Florida region, the marinas began opening after the coronavirus restrictions ended up easing up, and the lines literally took an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get through. So I wanted to ask you guys if you preferred these videos without music or with music, or a couple scenes with music like slow motion. Most likely going forward, I'm going to try and reduce the amount of music I use as background and use it if I make any scenic parts. So I started off the morning with a Spanish mackerel that just completely blew off the tip of my spear. It didn't completely deploy the flopper, so lost the first mackerel of the day. We kept seeing schools of mackerel swim by like that, but it was the same problem. They were really skittish that day. Not even my flasher could bring them in. I'd have to say today was filled with really interesting nurse shark encounters. They were everywhere, and obviously I'm not worried about nurse sharks. They're, gentle creatures, but they're still sharks, so they still have that need for fish and blood and other things in the water, which you'll see later on why I bring that up. We end up going to this shallow wreck, just looking to get some snappers since, the day wasn't going too well. I was stalking a black grouper for a while and none of the pieces of the puzzle connected. He got away and I left there without a grouper. Those guys are masters at hide and seek, but over here I'm just getting a couple schoolmaster snappers. I love tossing these guys on the grill, which I'll be making an episode on really easy grill recipes for fish wings and the fillets. It's some of the best tasting snapper fillets I've eaten. I wanted to ask you guys about a sound you're probably going to be hearing pretty soon. That sound just came out of nowhere. I actually don't realize if I paid attention while I was in the water at that point, but I'm not sure if it was dolphins or something else, but it was something I noticed in the video later on. And I just stayed here and I got a couple more fish, but I was stringing them on my weight belt because I mainly saw nurse sharks and I wasn't going back to the boat. There was strong current. That nurse shark gave me the biggest heart attack in the water. I did not expect it to be behind me. But they're always fun to swim with, and they're always pretty calm. I ended up finding this ledge with a snapper around where I would throw my flasher, and I would go down there and wait for the flasher to settle and for fish to go to it. But yeah, pretty much it was just snapper most of the day for me.
I'm just trying to shoot a couple snapper. What happened?
You could not have asked for a more perfect shot on a big black grouper.
Oh.
I saw there was those little bar jacks, the little blue runner,
Yeah.
whatever they are,
swimming
around. And there were some good sized ones, so I wanted to swim down and see if I dive down and see if I saw any big enough ones. I was like, fuck it, I'll swim down and I see this really pretty opening, like a little cave. And I go to look inside. There's a big fucking black grouper facing the other way. He doesn't even see me. All I see is the back half of him. But I couldn't get my gun to get a shot on him. And when I turned around to get a straight shot, I was gonna shoot him right up his ass. And I didn't get what it was. But as soon as I turned around to line up the gun, he must have seen me. He spooked. He turned, hit his head so hard it made a thud in the water, and swam off straight.
Oh my god.
And I took a shot anyway, and I just hit sand.
So, as I was going to say, is that nurse sharks are actually really cool. They're not like the other sharks with large teeth that just chomp through things. They have a ton of really small, sharp teeth. And so, you know, for the most part, they won't do as much damage as if a bull shark bit you or went after you. But, you know, still something to be cautious with. They can still tear up some skin, kind of like an eel would or some other stuff. Once again, just sticking with my Schoolmaster snappers, really easy, and I didn't want to go home empty-handed. At least bring home something to toss on the grill and, you know, cook up. So right here, I had a yellow jack on my weight belt because I was swimming over to the boat. I wasn't scared of the shark. I just didn't want it to get my fish, so I tried, you know, dealing with it, but my spear was still out with the fish in my hand, so I couldn't really poke it as much. He ended up getting the fish on my line and almost cutting through my shooting line as well, so he got a free meal. I mean, they were really gutsy on this trip. And just for those people, you know, that aren't familiar with sharks, there's really nothing too much to worry about when it comes to these sharks. They're pretty peaceful. They're great to swim by. But they're still wild animals and sharks, so obviously treat them with respect. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to get here, but ended up getting this gray snapper. And later on got a yellow jack, or blue runner technically, I guess. Blue runners, bar jacks, I can never really tell the difference of those two, but they're in the same area.
Oh man, it's cold.
Obviously, whenever you see a lionfish, hopefully you get it. It tastes great, and they are the worst. You can't end a dive trip in Florida without the visit of your friendly raccoon.
Watching us, he wants his fish.
Once again, thanks for watching. If you guys have any recommendations, any tips, any preferences, or any changes you guys think would make the videos better, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. I appreciate any feedback.